Salutations! My name is Eqlipse, EQ for short, head of the Department of Terrible Ideas that tank my own mental health. And on the chopping block today is Cobblemon, a mod that aims to take your childhood and fuse it with your other childhood, seamlessly combining the world of Pokemon with Minecraft. And our story begins with a little server called PokeHub. The lovely folks at PokeHub reached out to sponsor this video. They must not have watched any of my other content. Don't tell them, we'll scare them away. So I accepted, and we came up with a video idea so stupid it would be worthy to be on this channel, to catch every Cobblemon on their server, which is harder than just normal Cobblemon because their server adds even more to the mod itself, making the total 938 Cobblemon. That's already insane, but then PokeHub wanted to up the ante even more, so they gave me only 72 hours. And of course, I said yes. So enjoy my descent into insanity over the next 72 hours of my life as we join the Sun server and spawn in to complete the Pokedex. The rules are simple. One, I'm gonna have to fill the dex with physical Pokemon. I can't just find them in the wild and scan them. I have to actually catch or obtain them. Rule number two, the community is allowed to help me, but I can't get free handouts. I'm on a server, there's no way I can't get community interaction, and that's kind of the whole point of the challenge. But everything must be traded for or bet for or exchanged in some way. And rule three, when the 72-hour timer starts, it does not stop until either I win or face crushing defeat. And the punishment? Well, you'll see later, but let's just say that I'd never live it down. So strap in, get some snacks, and make sure you keep yourself hydrated, because this is a long one. If you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe Man, if only I could read. And welcome to completing the dex in 72 hours. Hopefully. I loaded into the server for the first day, joined the Sun server as instructed, Sun server for life, and chose my first Pokemon starter, Froakie. I picked Froakie because I'm gonna need every single starter, and I thought if I was given one for free, I might as well pick one that otherwise would be pretty difficult to get my hands on. Afterwards, I teleported to the open wild and instantly found my first Pokemon, Zorihua. We're gonna be playing Pokemon from... No shot. I ain't gonna catch this with just a ball. Yeah, okay, that's fair. It's level 28. I don't have a level 28, I'm a level 10. Just stay in the Ultra Ball. Yeah! Zorihua evolves at level 30, bro. Let's go! After catching it, I used rare candies to level that sucker up until it was a Zoroark, and I set off to find a place to base. Since this is a public server, I wanted to have a secluded place that no one knew about to carry out this challenge. I would soon learn that would be impossible, since I'm a YouTuber. But for now, I found this cave in a dope frickin' mountain and decided that it would be a good start. I fumbled around with the claims plugin for a while. Probably not gonna be the permanent residence, as it's a single boat. Are you kidding me? I can't even claim the entire boat! I am so poor! Fought a Dubwool and Wonder Traded it away for a Tentacruel. This taught me a pretty useful feature of the server. Wonder Trading. Basically, you send a Pokemon off to Wonder Trade in a giant pool of what everyone else on the server Wonder Traded off, and when the pool number gets large enough, you're randomly given a Pokemon back in exchange for whatever you tossed into someone else's pocket. That might be useful for later. Someone gifted me 10,000 claim blocks, which compared to my measly 500 was a welcome gift, and from there, the gifts didn't stop. I was thrown so many Pokeballs, rare candies, and even some Pokemon. I mean, they were the ones you could just find sitting in a field with a thumb up your ass for 5 minutes, but the point is, I'd been noticed. This created a massive problem because I've lied to you up to this point. The initial challenge for this sponsorship video was to catch every Cobblemon in a month, and I thought that would be a challenge on this server, but between the shops that people have already set up, plats, we'll talk about more of those in a little bit, and community interaction, I genuinely thought we'd have it too easy. And if you've watched a single video from this channel, you know I don't like it easy. I like it rough. Wait, no shit. So I went back to the drawing board and I hate me. So I went back to the drawing board and I'm sure if you have eyes and can read, you'll already know what I came up with. A 72-hour clock restriction to get everything. This turned the challenge completely on its head and made receiving things like this Master Ball 50k coins for liking a Magikarp, this Leafeon. All of these things were made fair and a part of the community helping me out to fill this dex to the brim. It agrees. With this knowledge, the rest of the prep, I got to know everyone. The owner and sponsor of this video gave me out some Galaxy boxes, which are loot crates that have fun custom skins of Pokemon if opened. I want to stress that in no way gives you an edge on the server, and most things are either items you can just get yourself, items that are far too common now and sell for dirt cheap. 7k for a Master Ball, what the hell? But you do get really cool things like custom skins, so I wanted to give them out to some members of the community. And here's the catch. I decided that was against the rules. So, 4th rule added for the challenge, I'm not allowed to open a single Galaxy box or egg because it can give me Pokemon. I'm only allowed to give them out to people or use them as bartering chips, essentially. Like how at this auction, I used it to get over 1 million coins on the server, which I then turned around and spent all of it on glass. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm a little mad about that part still. But like I said, the community was soaring in this server. This shop had every item I could think of, and we even were able to buy mending gear and armor so I wouldn't have to go diamond and mining hunting to cut into my 72 hours I was given. One of the members, DMonster33, gave me a hat to put on my head that looked like a Pokemon card of the Zoroark. Amazing! I did wind up catching some Pokemon before the livestream marathon began, but it's a drop in the bucket and mainly were just some random bug Pokemon. I couldn't help it. They were just right there with question marks over their head while I scoured for a place to make my base. Speaking of base, let's talk about the glass. The reason this was prep day was to make a base, and I streamed all of this so people had access to my cords a lot. And as much as I was excited to work with the people to complete this challenge, I needed a place to set up apricorn farming, my PC fossil machines, random item chests so I can evolve stuff later, and so I decided to use a little bit of privilege to make that happen. /fly. The admins gave me fly so I can make a base up in the sky. I used that as inspiration for a giant cloud base, and that was all fine and dandy, and once we got to building, it looked like it was keeping the plebs out. And then I remembered Elytra exists, so that's where the glass comes in. After getting distracted a few times, yeah, all right, I'm going to Duck House, holy sh**. Auction for a Galaxy box, let's go, they're here. Let's go, they're here. Someone is just selling me claim blocks. 69k, 400k, 400k, 900. Oh crap! Well, you can't just give me a random. Yeah, what's up? Wait, what's it? Why does it look anime? It looks infected. Wait, yo! Why you got just the goat? Why they just chilling there? Guys, give my friends as much as you want. The only thing is you can't give me stuff because I got things I'm doing. No valid command entered. I may claim up to 37,000 more blocks. Perfect. And I got some of my friends online, including Salty, my boyfriend, and WillHuWatch, my roommate. They streamed this from their perspective too, and I'll leave a link in their channel in the description. We all took it upon ourselves to fix the base's final problem: letting people in. You see, other people on the server also had either Elytra or the /fly rank, which means they could just whoop right on up here and come say hi. So I decided to encase our entire 500 by 500 block claim in a box of glass. It sounds ridiculous when you hear it out loud, but we did this for over 5 hours. I literally turned our cloud base into a snow globe in the sky. Along the way, there were some interesting moments. I was too distracted with chat and accidentally killed a shiny. Yeah, a shiny. Just roll the clip before everyone gets mad. Everything's fine. My cord got caught on my headphone cord, and then whenever I got up, the headphone cord went because it's like 10 feet long. The other cord most certainly is not. That's a shiny? No shot. Chat, no. 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 Chat, you're kidding me. While we were building on our island, Cresselia spawned, so that's one less Master Ball I have. Hey! Hello there! Wow! What? What? Let's go! And after 5 hours, we had a really big glass box, like a fish tank. But for me, I found a few more Pokemon that were not very notable. What is this thing? What are you? What is that? Oh, is that a Scrafty? What is this thing? It stresses me out. We're gonna burn through so many Great Balls. But if I fight them, I'm just gonna instantly kill both of them or not be able to beat them at all. It's a tomato, is it? Oh, they're peppers. And by the end of the stream, I came across an Eevee. That is very important. So I snagged it for the start of the 72 hours. Then I let my addiction get the best of me. No, not that one. No, not that one either. You see, in between playing games that are plagiarized and letting my chair live stream for me, I also got a little into Pokemon card collecting. Look, okay, it's not as bad as it seems, I promise. So I thought I'd sink some of my addiction into this project and make some milestones. Catching over 900 Pokemon isn't easy, and to keep morale up, I devised a plan for every 100 Pokemon we add to the dex, we would evolve one evolution and open a pack of Pokemon cards from this. A Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box, which at the time of recording, you'd be luckier finding a college acceptance letter than getting your hands on one of these. I did get a Leafeon earlier, so ending the prep stream, I opened my first pack. I'm so stressed, 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 I'm so stressed. Here we go. Breathing is difficult. Pokeball. Well, I mean, it's Vaporeon. It's a hollow Vaporeon. Damn. Now, every evolution we find, we open another one of those. And just got a Vaporeon. Don't make jokes. And there's always more where that came from. I went to log off for the night and mentally prepare myself for the non-stop gotta catch 'em all gauntlet that was soon to follow in day one. Final rule. When the clock starts, it does not stop. As I mentioned before, I will be sleeping and living my life throughout this challenge. I have to tend to basic needs like cleaning, eating, feeding my cat Polaris. Say hi, Polaris. Okay, f me then. No matter what though, when this clock starts, it doesn't stop till either I win or lose. But just before going live, two things happened. One, my lovely partner decided to sweeten the pot. If I lose, chat, I have to do an entire, this was made up by you guys and by Salty. I have to do an entire stream in one of these. Great. Yeah, great, you just had to do that, huh? And two, the day that I was supposed to go live with this 72-hour marathon, I got a message from Alicio himself saying that they added more. There's now more Pokemon. Start the counter at 42 because of the freebies and everything that I couldn't really deal with on prep day. And the day came. I kicked off the stream. We had some banter before properly starting. I wasn't just playing the game or anything, just chatting. And we had a donation incentive to get more Pokemon cards. I'm only bringing this up because after we went through all the Pokemon cards I had, chat demanded I get more and said if I didn't, I'd be stalling the challenge. So to put them in their place, I went out to my local card shop and Walmart's and Kroger's and got some more for the marathon. However, right before I left chat to their own devices, I started the timer. We officially have 72 hours to catch all the Cobblemon and put them in my dex, and I'm starting in a Kroger's parking lot. Okay, currently 10 minutes into the challenge, and I've caught 0 Cobblemon, but I have more Pokemon cards. This is a good start, I think. Yeah, I think this is really helping me towards my goal. Still, lovely into the video. I just needed to show. I technically caught a Pokemon. Does this count? Does this count? Eventually, I made it back home, and we had only burnt 1 hour already? Shit, we gotta go! I logged into the world and showed off the only ace up my sleeve. This list. This is a comprehensive list of every Cobblemon currently in the game, including all the ones this server customly adds. I don't know how many there are in normal Cobblemon, I just know that it's nowhere near this server's number. They damn near have a full dex, and now there's 20 more to add to that list. Most of them spawn in the Safari Zone, and we're teleporting there right now. Day one was like sensory overload. If I saw a Pokemon, I caught it. We're starting from scratch. It's what I suspected. I try to use quick balls to catch Pokemon because if it's the first thing that you do, it's got a high rate of catching them. But that would have to involve me getting into a battle with every Pokemon instead of just chucking balls at it. So we're switching to Ultra Balls. And I'm chucking balls at how many times am I going to say balls in this script? And I'm chucking balls at everything, like Maractus, Ekans, Hippopotas. I had a strangely hard time catching a Wingull. Wingull. I nabbed the Sandile, and I thought I was scoring huge with this Combee, but it turned out to be male. Let's literally just kill this Combee because it's male. Yeah, this Combee was a dick, and it had a dick too, meaning it couldn't evolve. A lot of Pokemon in the games have weird and obscure ways to evolve. Some of them by like stone or friendship, that's normal. There's this one from Sword and Shield that you have to turn the switch upside down. Oh God, what were they thinking? But I'm sure none of those weird evolutions will bite me in the ass later. Right? Anyways, back to abducting nature for its natural habitats. Pokeball, go! I sniped this bee barrel. Beautiful. And oh God, what is that? Mr. Rhyme? That's gotta be a new one. I don't even know if that exists. Sidebar, there is technically one more rule. And I think we can all agree that this is fair, but some other Pokemon have different forms, like Mr. Mime and Mr. Rhyme. I don't think we need to catch both of them because they both occupy the same dex number, and this Pokedex is God. The catch to this rule, though, is some Pokemon like Zigzagoon and Alolan Zigzagoon, I would need to catch both because both Mons evolve into different Pokemon and different dex entries. Ergo, I would need Obstagoon and Linoon separately. And I'm clarifying just so people don't think I'm cheating when later I don't grab a Mr. Mime or any other bullshit like that. That makes sense to me, so that's what we're going with, okay? Here is a penguin with an ice cube on its head. I've never played Scarlet and Violet, but oh my God, were they running out of ideas, guys? Sorry if anyone's favorite Pokemon in the comment section is Ice Cube, but what the hell? Still in the icy section of the Safari Zone, I came across Vanillish, which brings our Pokedex total to 92. 92 in 2 hours. This is gonna be a cakewalk. Then one of my friends on the server found a shiny Magikarp. I'm gonna undeafen for this moment. One of my friends just found a shiny Magikarp. Hey Lacey, how's that Magikarp?
It's a Magikarp.
Did you catch it yet?
Yeah.
That's that Magikarp's not mine. I just wanted to point out my friend's accomplishment. I snagged me a Sawaddle, and chat told me of another reward you get for filling the dex. It's a custom thing to the PokeHub server, but every 10% milestone of the dex being completed you get random shiny Pokemon, which means technically we could get things that we need from this. Do/dex rewards. Oh my God. Oh, they validated me. It's like Stardew for completing the game. Yes! Oh, that makes this so much more fun. Gimme you, Graveler, get in my balls. Get in my balls. Not too much there, but we'll have many more chances. I did manage to snag a Graveler, and then it's pre-evo Geodude. So that leaves me with just Golem. And that's by trade, so into the box you go for now. A lot of people had found out that I was in the Safari Zone by now and started to follow me. Some to help me catch Pokemon, and others were kind of No, I need the double, no! No! Damn it! I needed that double! Fuck! Do I need Bunnelby? Yeah. Now they're just trying to kill my Pokemon! Now you false! Despite that, though, we crossed over 100 Pokemon in our dex. Before anyone could snag it, I grabbed a Rowlet, from the GTS, and was ready to evolve my Eevee. Oh, let's go, you are a saint! That's awesome! /home that. All right, I'm good for now. I got a water, I got a fire, and a thunderstone. We'll need more of those later, but we were given some freebies right now. I have a gift for you. I will leave after I give it. Okay, they have a gift. How do people keep making these? Our first evolution evolving into Jolteon. Yes, we do have to get every single evolution. Every single one of them. That's still an Eevee. Excuse me. I bought one with quills. Can I get a yellow one with quills, please? Excuse me. I ordered that. Excuse me. I bought it fair and square. It's shaking its head. It also agrees. You sent the wrong product. Can I please? Excuse me. This is still an Eevee. Excuse me. Can I? Excuse me. Can I? And Jolteon! Woo! And ladies and gentlemen, do you know what that means? It means we get to open one Prismatic Evolutions pack every single time I get an evolution that we don't have added to the decks, I will open one Prismatic Evolutions pack until we have no more left in our ETB. A good Sylveon. Who am I kidding? I would also the Sunbreon. You know how much I'd lose my mind? I'd fucking end stream right now. I'd fucking end stream and I would get in Lacey's car and drive to PSA in Austin, Texas. I would be like, I'm sorry, we're postponing the stream. I got a Sunbreon. We're going to physically get it graded. Sending it in. But every time we get a new evolution, we open one pack of this. And every time we open one, it makes me shake. Suicune. Bronzong. Munkidori. Area Zero Underpaths. And Hollow Flareon. Fuck. My inventory was overloaded, so for the next 100 Pokemon, I'm gonna need to clean it up a bit with some sorting. So, sorting? Wait, no, that's not right. Categorize it! No, wait, fuck. Organization! That's for the OGs of the Eqlipse community. Love y'all. But I only needed a couple of double chests for all the held items. We don't really have much need for anything else. And from 100 to 200 Pokemon in the decks, we sped ran. It seemed like I was popping off. I headed to the Plats, which are player-made platforms in the sky, with all the special items and environment needed to hunt certain Pokemon. And it was beautiful. I'm talking Squovert. What a name. I'm talking Squovert, Bonsly, Teddy Ursa, Lechonk. Not shiny though, sad. I went to the caves and I found a rat. Well, we found one. We're underground. And I found a rat. That's a rat. Big rat energy. I sniped both Solrock and Lunatone. Slugma's just chilling in the lava here. This Gabite just spawned in a wall and died. That's rough, buddy. It's okay, I found another one. I also got a pre-Evo Gibble, and look at this little dude. I found a Galvantula, and that's awful. That's awful. Bad, 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 spider, bad. I don't like spiders. And then I found, what the f is that? You are literally currently dying. Get in my ball, or else you will cease to exist. We have finished 10% of the decks. And I was given, what? A Giraffere. I was also given a I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I attempted to catch this Whismur here and got a little mad because he wouldn't get in the ball. What is that? What is this thing? I would love it too if it got in my Pokeball. Mordol, he is drugs. Yes, okay. Drugs acquired. The quick ball solution didn't work either, so I had to think of something else if I didn't want to spend half my time just catching these Pokemon. If you're a diehard Pokemon fan, you might be screaming at your screen right now, and I get it, okay, but I was lazy. But fine, I'll get a Pokemon with False Swipe. False Swipe, for those of you that actually go outside, is a move that only certain Pokemon can learn, that no matter what, can't kill a Pokemon, only bring it down to its minimum 1 HP. Only problem is only special Pokemon can learn that, and I didn't have any in my index with such ability. So I went back to the Safari Zone, and that was a interesting experience. I have no idea. How would you warp to the other ones? What is this thing? It does not look like it's built properly.
I don't think that is either. Oh my.
I found a trial chamber. It's just completely underwater.
That was a Delibird. No, in the it was not. I caught me a Bisharp, which will be able to evolve into something that can learn False Swipe, so I'm learning. Can I catch the Ocelot? Bro, we catch Ponyard right now. We don't even have to worry about that line. Whatever you think it means, I'm 5'11". Holy shit, Whirlipede's over there too. You dumb little stupid pick-a-pack looking motherfucker. I promise you. I promise you. Do you have a family? You won't after this. You won't. I promise you, you won't. I promise you, you won't. Get in my ball. Get in my ball. People keep throwing the ites at me. I think I just got a Mewtwoanite Y. I don't want this. Stop wasting your things. I don't need the megas. I just need the Pokedex. Yes! Here's an Aromatisse, and I couldn't for the life of me catch this damn Apom. This Onix was also a problem.
Hello, sir. I'd like to capture your bones. Oh, he agrees. Get in my balls.
It's like the first Evos are the hardest to catch for some reason. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I just used one. It seems to not give a shit. So now I gotta waste 100 Ultra Balls. Clink? That's all I have to say about that. You ever thought of that? Just get in my ball, it's much safer. You may live in a box your entire life, but you help me complete an arbitrary goal. So I don't have to wear a Lopunny suit. Slugma. Come on. Yeah, baby. So, yeah, I think the game just proved it. I caught a normal Geodude, and then now I just saw a not normal Geodude, and it still says Geodude. They are the same Pokemon. The forms don't matter, as long as the dex is filled. And needless to say, I was on a roll. But I expected to do that. See, when you have no Pokemon, all of them are gonna add to your total, even the common ones. But I'm missing a lot of the rare Pokemon that don't spawn by the hundreds, so I wasn't gonna get too confident yet. For now, I left the Safari and /RTP'd around for a bit. All I found was this Cryogonal, which I couldn't catch, and afterwards decided to put the catching brigade on hold for a minute, because we're approaching 200 Pokemon. I know, this is so fast! And I had an idea on how to even speed it up further. I caught a lot of the baby mons that have 1 or 2 or even 3 evolutions sometimes, and using rare candies one by one, I was gonna evolve them. But I found an even faster way. Rare candies only evolve Pokemon by 1 level each time. So I ran to all the shops in town and used my disproportionate wealth to buy all of the XP candies that I could. Did I buy everything from everyone in the entire server? Maybe. Do I care? No! It takes only a few candies shoved down the gullets of these Pokemon to get them to evolve to their max levels, or at least enough to evolve to their max form. All except Mons that need like special items or trades, but this is at least a good start. And I was just shoving Mons into my PC at this point, so when I actually went down to siphon through which ones needed to evolve, it was a goddamn mess. I definitely need a better method for this in the future, but eventually I was able to sort all the Mons by ones that need to evolve. And then we got to training. If by training you mean speedrunning diabetes. Froakie into Frogadier and into Greninja. Seal into Dugong. Get big. Get big. Get big. Get large. Enlarge. Oh. There you go. This Crickettoon's called my mother. And we kept evolving. You guys get the gist here. I'm not gonna personally go over every time I force-fed my Mons candy to evolve and then put them back into a box just to check off one of my dex entries. What? Wow. When you put it like that, it sounds kind of cruel. I'm not gonna think about that. Instead, let me introduce you to the link cable. This is an item Cobblemon made for when you have no friends. If given to a Mon that needs to trade to evolve, it'll bypass its need for trading and just evolve by itself. Perfect for me, because even though I did have friends on, this was much faster and less human interaction, which is always a win. After all their evolutions, some Mons still needed special occurrences to evolve. I couldn't tend to them right now, so I made another spot in the PC called the Problem Child Zone. This is where all the annoying little bitches go. And finally, we passed 200 in our decks. And you know what that means. Comment section, please. Listen, I understand. I know I run the risk with this channel and the way that we are every single time I do anything Pokemon related and this specific Pokemon comes out, but I need you guys to be chill about this, okay? Do not. Here's a Vaporeon, which means we get to evolve another Eevee. And I don't want to hear anyone in my chat. Listen to me. I don't want to hear a single fucking one of you. I swear to God, if I get one joke, don't you do this to me. Don't you do this to me, chat. Don't you do this. No, don't you. I swear to God, don't you dare. I do not need the did you knows. Don't you fucking dare. Chat, no, chat, please, look. All right. We're putting the compatible fish away. It is time to open another pack of Pokemon cards. Prismatic Evolutions. This is all from an Elite Trainer box, so there's got to be something good in it, right? Duraludon. Whoa, Lucario EX. I do not have that. That is a new card for us. And a bust. But hey, I still have more Mons to evolve. Muck, Credent, Sudowoodo, Nuzleaf, and Shiftry, you get the point. This video would be way too long if I talked about every Mon I evolved, so if your favorite Cobblemon isn't mentioned, I don't know, yell at me in the comments or something, I don't give a shit. We don't have all day, so we're gonna try to move pretty fast here. So, Victory Bell, insert sex joke, and more Pokemon were caught. I only want to touch on the spicy things like, did you know a Carablast and a Shelmet need each other to evolve? Who came up with this? Hold on. I'm gonna Google it. Okay, so Google says apparently when you trade them, they essentially trade their armor back and forth and swap their shells, and that's how they evolve. Which, aren't shells just like homes for these animals? They're just like trading houses? Who the f does that. I caught an Incado, which when it evolves gives us 2 Pokemon because its lifeless husk pops out as Shedinja, and then you use its floating corpse as a Pokemon on your team with Wonder Guard. You know, for kids. This project is showing me Pokemon in a really different light. I'm not completely ignorant to Pokemon, by the way. Like, I know King's Rock and 32 Link Cables evolves a Slowpoke, but there are really rare Pokemon, guys. Like, there's over 1,000. I can't think of all of them. And never in my playthroughs as a kid have I seen a Gimmighoul. What the hell is a Gimmighoul? Side note, I would soon learn that he is the embodiment of greed himself. Trying to get up to 300 on the first day, one thing I did way too much of was fishing. For some reason, me and my community love fishing, and you will not be disappointed here. Everyone got really excited when I got out this Master Ball. Wait, Master Ball? No, that's not right. This Moonball Poke Fishing Rod and started my aquatic journey. And immediately it went off the rails. Get in the ball. There we go. So apparently when that Pokeball shakes like a motherfucker, it means you immediately, like, caught it. Hold on. It's pre-Evo as well, but I can't get in a battle with it. It's too fast. She's too fast. Why are you Speedy McQueen? Holy shit. Please catch this thing for the love of God. It's just gone. It's just fucking gone. I just want to battle you. Okay, that works. We're going down, down in an early round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. Probably manual volcano, but still volcano. All right, cool. Toxapex and Marini are off of the list. I don't know what that is, so it's going on my ball. Kind of the rule of thumb. If I've never seen it before, get in the ball. The next mon I fished up was a Wishy-Washy. Also, Arbusharp evolved into a King Gambit. I didn't even know that was a thing. And from there, we got rolling. Tons of water Pokemon, because they're just like 40% of all Pokemon, I guess. Shelter, a Magikarp of my own, and more common fish caused us to cross the 300 Mon threshold. And that means it's time for another Eevee. This one's the best Mon, and that's objectively true. Fight me in the comment section. It's Glaceon, who I can't stress enough is the best evolution. And after that, we got to open another Prismatic pack. Ooh, it's a hollow energy. That's a good sign. Duskull. Cottony. Just one SIR. Just one SIR. One evolution. I'll even take Flareon or like Espeon or something. Great Tusk. Umbreon Master Ball would be crazy too. I got the Max Rod. We're fishing. I got the Max Rod A-Spec, and I got a Leafeon. I also got a Pokeball Diplin. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. Glaceon giving us the best prismatic pulls we've had all day. We'd already spent about half a day getting this hodgepodge of dex entries, and I spent even more of it fishing for the Scourge of the Sea. Nabbing things like Krogunk, not a fish. Corfish, definitely a fish. Barboach. I was even tipped off on the location of a Lapras by a player named Suzuki. Okay, I burped. And remember their name, they're really important later. Already 300 Pokemon in, and we had no problem finding new ones. Cubone, Shanks, Beldum, who was impossible to catch, but that covers Metang and Metagross. The Raremon. Damn, you got a lot of Gallade. Mother and fucker. You are both of these things. You know what? Maybe. I know what's wrong. It just respects me. It just wants, a Moonball. That's must be what this means. Okay, so it didn't like the Moonball. Holy fucking shit. What is the catch rate on this stupid ass Beldum? Maybe it's upset because it's hurt. Maybe it's only hurt because it's stupid. Ever thought of that? Maybe if you weren't the dumbest bitch ever, you'd be healed. 3%. It is a 3% chance to get it. Yes! Yes! Boom! Beldum off the list, baby. Just kept flowing. Here's a Shuppet. I found that first Zigzagoon, and now I realize that rule we established in the stream, and I get a little upset. I don't know what a Metapod is. How are we this far into this, and I don't know what a Metapod is? But I want it to bite me in the ass whenever my Pokemon list is shorter. That way I can at least be like, oh, that makes sense.
Because there's a baby Ocelot right here.
Yeah, I think it evolves into Jesus. Jesus H. Christ. Because God's gonna come out. We're gonna catch Arceus by fishing. Are you? It's a Metapod. It's a Metapod. Just get in the ball. Just get in the ball. You can get hard as all you want. Just get in the ball. It's the only thing you do in life is just sit there and get hard, get erect. You can do that all you want inside my balls. Wait, and with that, we are already 30% of the way done with this project in a cool 9 hours. Doing the math, we'll be done with days to spare. Super easy, right? I thought so too. But with the day coming to a close, I wanted to get 500 mons. That was my goal. So I busted my ass for Finneon, Delmise, Cubchoo, Seal, Whalmer. Fishing goes hard, by the way. I even got a starter traded to me, Charmander from Gyuntha Llama. I evolved them into Charizard, and now we've knocked off 3 more mons off our starters list. It started to dawn on me that getting all these starters is gonna be really difficult. But ignoring that for now, throwing Dusk Stones at a Murkrow makes it a Honchkrow, Ears a Wishcash, and everything was going great. Except this stupid baby. Toxel, for reasons currently unknown to me, does not want to evolve, and I don't have the time today to figure out why. So fuck you, into the problem child box. We don't need a Gardevoir. Oh no, we do need a Gardevoir. We don't need a Gallade, which means we don't need to waste our Dawnstone. That's a Gardevoir. Chat, I need you to be really normal about this. There is a Gardevoir. Thank you for your time. Apparently Quillfish got an evolution. Overquill, he looks like a fucking sea mine. I picked up Pokemon's mascot, Pakachaka, and his evolved form, Frederick. Nah! It's a goat. I got a goat. What is a Torkoal doing in the world's coldest climate? It's really cold. It sucks. Help. I like to think he's in irreparable agony, and I am just helping him by beating him to 1 heart. The sunlight is strong. I hate to break it to you. No, it's fucking not. And then I found a wild Lopunny. Fuck the friendship. Get in my ball. Get in my ball. Chat's gonna have a field day with this. They're gonna be so happy that this is on screen. I gotta be really careful about how I speak right now, because if I say like words, chat's gonna be like, heh, nice. And it's just a Pokemon, just get in the ball, let's move on. There's currently a Piplup on GTS. Oh shit. I have acquired your Piplup. Must be so confusing to like have a fucking Piplup and then 3 seconds later it gets bought off GTS. It was like one of the newest ones. Must be like, what the fuck? Oh, big old Groudon. Moving swiftly on, I got a second chance to get a Cryogonal and actually succeeded this time. I traded Frederick for an Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle sounds like the stupidest name, by the way, but apparently in the latest Pokemon games, there are future and past forms, or paradox forms of these Pokemon, and the future ones like all start with iron, and this is supposed to be a future version of a Delibird. So Iron Bundle, I guess. I picked up a Sneasel Hisuian form, Ursa Ring, and finally our boy Ditto. Ditto for forever. I've been hunting a Ditto for so damn long. Hello, you big squiggly bitch. Undulating like a thing of jello. And now you've turned into the crotch of King Gambit. Side note, while we're slamming through Pokemon, this Skarmory had the coolest animation while battling me. Like, look at this dude. Ooh, look at him. Can you tell it's been 9 hours yet? Yeah. Yeah, you're strong, buddy. You actually are strong. My false swipe is going to take a while to do anything. Dude, who the hell's favorite Pokemon is Skarmory? Because it's got 900 more animations than anything else in this game. Why is Skarmory the GOAT? He looks cooler than anything I've seen. Look at that! What the hell?
Shit.
Bro! Man's playing chess. I'm playing tic-tac-toe. That's right. You're coming on my team. You're cool. I don't know who at the Cobblemon team just loves Skarmory, but they gave him way too cool of an animation compared to everybody else. That's unfair, man. With the day wrapping up, I picked up my first fossil Pokemon, Archeops, which I'm gonna need Archon, so it doesn't really matter, but okay. And with the PC full, I needed to do another bulk evolution sesh. I came across another Eevee and traded a shiny Dragonite for it. I'm willing. Take my shiny Dragonite and a shiny Decidueye. Thank you. Have a nice day. And we finally get to... I think I have a Firestone or two. Yeah, I do. 400 Pokemon caught already! And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? Which was perfect timing, because we're now at 400 Mons. See? This is going fast. Don't look at the video timeline. Don't worry about it. We're almost done. We're almost halfway done. It's perfectly normal. Iron Boulder Reverse Hollow. That's sick. Wait. Oh, I did it wrong. I baited you. I fucking baited you. And regular fucking Reverse Hollow Jolteon. Iron Boulder is pretty sick. At this point, we were 12 hours into the stream, and I had not stopped collecting and evolving and fishing and hunting for anything and everything that I can get my hands on. But there was still a lot that I could evolve to bump up that number a little more before I had to go pass out for the night. Little reminder, even while I sleep, that clock is not stopping no matter what. And with around 200 PC slots full, it's getting really hard to keep organized. My later plan was to keep up really close with the list I mentioned before, but I've only been taking things off every few hundred Pokemon, and it's still giant, so it's nigh impossible to read right now. He despises violence. Take a fireside moon over your saloon as he much prefers the silence, pumpkin cowboy. Holy shit. I haven't found a Magnemite yet. Meaning we'll need an Electrizer. Seems like the items being placed around cause different things to spawn. Like that Porygon. No! Oh, they ran from it. They ran from it for me. Oh, you're amazing. After the evolutions, I was determined to get to that 500 number before stream ended. So I headed to the more obscure plats. These plats were created with the sole purpose of getting rare Pokemon, like Magnemite, Porygon. Exploring around late at night too was easier, because less people online meant that I got more Pokemon spawning around me. This Rainbow Galarian Ponyta, a Jigglypuff, a second male Combee. Before I head to bed though, we went to the end of the last dimension that I haven't seen yet. The end. Good sentencing, EQ. And Salty said he found a small creature. He had lied to me. All right, we're in the End Highlands. Apparently different.
Look, right behind you. I found 2 more.
Holy
what the?
What is that?
Are you?
What is that? Guzzlord! Oh!
Get him!
He's huge!
Get him!
He's level 70! I'm under leveled.
You'll be fine.
He's using Giga Impact.
You'll be fine.
All right. Hello, big, large man.
Just Master Ball him.
It's good to see you. Okay, well, I caught the small creature. I think it's important to mention why I keep saying I'm running really low on time. I streamed all of this over on YouTube, on this channel that you're watching, actually. And if you know a little thing about YouTube live streams, they cut at 12 hours. If you stream longer than that, you can't get the VOD back. So I had to cut the stream every 12 hours. The timer kept going. I just had to end stream and then start it up again whenever I started playing again. So I use these 12-hour intervals as like deadlines. I've got like 1 hour left for today, and it's time to start evolving even more Pokemon. I bought this shiny Dano, which is one of my favorite Pokemon lines, evolved it into shiny Hydreigon, gorgeous, and I was less than 20 Pokemon away from 500 in the dex. With just 30 minutes left in stream, I turned on the jets, because I knew tomorrow wouldn't be anywhere near as easy. So let's rapid fire. Stonejourner, Mineshow, Shuckle, Tinkatink, another Eevee, I GTS'd the Archon I was missing, Shiny Crabrawler, Sinistea, which is a cracked pot of tea that evolves by giving it a teapot and gender dysphoria. And somehow, with 5 minutes left before day 1 came to a close, we passed over 500 Cobblemon. Over halfway there in day 1. I was pretty happy about this. But going to bed, I knew the real challenge was just about to begin. Waking up the next day, I hopped on stream a bit before everyone in my house woke up. I just wanted to get my shit in order. You want a good example of organization? You got it. For the next real-life hour, I took my master list of every Cobblemon and I elimed all the ones I already had to shorten it down and make actual hunts that we could do today easier to see. Because my PC right now by itself is beyond saving at this point. Afterwards, I picked up where I left off, and I evolved Eevee into an Umbreon at night with high friendship. Turns out everything gets high friendship if you just shove a ton of candies in their ass. And of course, that means another prismatic pack and another shitty Groudon. Starting to think that I'm not going to get lucky. Now with 400 and some change of Pokemon left, it was time to get serious. From day 2 onward, I started paying heavy focus on the GTS. Every time I saw something from my list, I grabbed it as fast as I could type the letters in. Except everyone could also access the GTS, so some people made it their mission to snipe my mons. This is also when I ran into my next problem. Poverty. Someone called JG Wentworth because I need cash now. All these items and Pokemon I've been buying are not cheap, so I decided to sell one of my Galaxy boxes to the highest bidder, which technically is fair because I'm not opening the box, just selling it for a little coin. fucking loopholes, am I right? While we're on the subject of coins, though, I did pick up relic coins. They're gonna be important later, just hold on to those. A player I came across showed off their Bulbasaur, which after begging and pleading, they traded it to me. And just like that, we were off to the races again. I had to buy more candies because I ran out, but it's okay, all the shops restocked. Those are run by actual players, by the way. Just wanted to let you know. It's not like auto. And while evolving the Chandelure, the server lagged for a split second, causing the evolution to not even go through. I didn't catch this, and will be blissfully ignorant of the consequences. I get it later, don't worry. Here's a T-posing Gligar. Need I say more? Absolute unit. And the mons I was getting started to get a little bit more obscure. Like, what the f even is this thing? I found the world's most ugly thing! Will you get in my ball, you ugly being? Does Bruxious evolve? It does not. Nice. Remember this plat that I'm on right now? It's super important later. And oh, hi, Heracross. Yoink. You too, Sableye. Yoink. I didn't want to deal with getting 3 clam pearls, so I just bought Huntail and Gorbis from the GTS. I also found a few more gems. I don't have a Kangaskhan. I've never seen a Kangaskhan. We might as well just also buy a Kangaskhan. Should we just knock out a Nihilego? It's only 20,000. Sure. Get. Nihilego has also been taken care of. That's my second Ultra Beast, if you count Guzzlord as well. And yes, I am going to have to get all of those. A new viewer joined the Sun server and gave me a Bagon in exchange for my shiny Froakie. Chad had to teach me what the hell a white striped Bastion was, and then we collectively searched for it for a few days. Apparently this apple Pokemon evolves like 3 times. What? Why the apple? I swear, now I'm gonna get some hate comments going. That apple is my favorite Pokemon. Phew. Patchy Risu, Patchy Risu, Patchy Risu. Coming back, I grabbed Patchy Risu. Yoink. Noctowl. Yoink. I just like yoinking Pokemon. Is that weird? Don't answer that. And I've learned from day one. Now I've separated all the Pokemon into one single box that I just fill up and evolve them when it's time to do so I can do it with ease. But I'm a little stupid still and don't know how 90% of these things evolve anymore. And it's never simple. While the evolution process was processing, a Flapple popped up on GTS. Some commenter's favorite Pokemon, I'm sure. So I picked it up, and would you believe it, I still need 2 more fucking apples. So, here's a question. Why are so many damn apples? Will you trade me this apple if I give you this fish? This is a great trade. I promise, this is one of the best trades. You get the world's worst looking entity for a flying apple. That is beautiful. To make you buy 2 DLCs, that's why there's so many apples. Can I actually have something else? I don't have anything else I can get. Yeah, I guess I can give you this Quaxlin. Awesome. Horsey and Flapple added to the list. I did a couple more Mon trades and the server reset. How? How? Teach me your ways. And or sauce me them. And I won't tell anyone. We'll look the other way. Look, I'll just. Hold on, I got a great idea. It's kind of funny. Perfect, 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 perfect. Oh, that was perfect. Ready? This is gonna be great for the video. Woo! Hey, whoa! Look, God! The gods know I'm cheating. The gods know. God damn it! Oh, that's hilarious. That's so funny. Once we came back, I found the shady starter dealer, known as Chars, and he hooked me up. Oh, hey, you come equipped. I think I need that one. Oh, did I just punch it off your back? I can't put it in a ball. That would have been nuts. That would have been nuts. Okay, I also have to give you something cool. He doesn't work here. He just kind of showed up one day and he kind of like acts like he does. Where do you just get all these? All right, no, son. Let me grab this Turtwig first. Have this damn apple. I know that one's not as cool, but hey, it took a lot for me to get this apple, okay? This actually is really helping us on our quest for starters. I mean, duh, getting starters is going to help us get starters. Like, it's not rocket science, but still, this is gonna help us focus on the more like crazier Pokemon. I crashed, lol. Dude, I'm cursed. Also, what a sick looking Torterra. Oh, in case you're wondering, this damn Toxel still will not evolve. Apparently, even though I tried to change its nature all ability capsule style, it wasn't the right one, so we had to finagle our way into swapping its nature, because Toxtricity only evolves with certain natures. That must be hell to catch in actual Pokemon. I've never done that, but that must be awful. I'm gonna turn its nature hardy. Oh my god! That worked! It wanted to evolve! What? What? I don't care, Toxtricity. Bang! I hate you, you big baby. Ta-da, Toxtricity is born. All right, now back in the box for you. Hi, I got you dinner. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? I got you dinner. Porygon Z, here we come. Dinner. Oh god, he's so excited! I traded for another starter, Oshawott, and finally got the last an apple, which got us halfway for the entire Pokedex, giving us 5 random shinies for our reward. The numbers seem a little off here, and that's when I discovered that some Pokemon aren't implemented yet as a part of the Dex percentage total. So I'm never gonna be able to get 100% of the Dex till the like 70 or so that aren't in Cobblemon or on the server yet get into the game. Just rely on the Dex counter right now, it makes more sense. Anyways, here is this abomination. Ooh, that's a thing! That's a thing! I was on this plat for Nidorans, not Nightmare Fuel, but that works too. The female Nidoran was easy to find, but the male one took forever. I eventually found it, but something even more valuable was about to be dropped in my lap. The fossil list. Chars gave me a list of every fossil I'd need to use and combinations to revive all the ancient fossil Pokemon. So now I have something to look for, and here's that Nidoran male. They are large and they are kissing. They are really into it. Holy shit. Is that just a dude? That's just a I found it. I found it. I got it. I got Nidoran male. Bingo bongo. I evolved both Nidoking and Nidoqueen together because that just felt right. And Golbat in a boat! Sorry, Golbat made me a little angry. And we're back in the caves now looking for a Cleffa. I eventually find it, but only the people on Patreon get the audio for that because after 30 straight minutes of running in circles, you could say, I was a little mad. Psst. Join my Patreon for uncut and extended versions of all my videos. It supports the channel, and your balls are massive if you do. Anyways, back to Pokemon. I traded for a Moltres and technically started my legendary hunt. I guess it actually started back with Cresselia, but this was the first legendary I'd actually caught in the challenge, and that's not really gonna be possible. And I'll explain why. While it's true that all these legendaries do spawn naturally, hell, we found Cresselia earlier, with only 72 hours and 71 legendaries, we're gonna have to get creative. My plan was to gamble, barter, and buy them by any means necessary, instead of hunting them personally. I'll worry about that later though, because as long as I get them and they're in my decks, that's all that matters. There's a lot larger fish to fry, funnily enough, and a lot more really rare Pokemon that are gonna be harder to acquire. Like this Impidimp and Cufant, and the server closed, damn it. By this point in the marathon, my roommates had all woken up and we decided to hunt for Pokemon elsewhere. I had this really dumb idea of ripping a Pokemon pack, and the quality of our pull dictates what restaurant I take everyone to because we're starving. And that looks like a Chili's to me. Don't you think? So here we are. Oh, nope, they're far too busy. Olive Garden, yay! And you could say the search for Cobblemon was going well here. Oh yeah, I have to choose what to eat. Oh, that's a problem. There's so many things. I don't think there's any Pokemon in here. Okay, food, delicious. Not a single Pokemon here. Like, what am I doing wrong? Hey! Hey!
Random photobomb, let's go.
Not a Pokemon. Surprisingly, there weren't any Pokemon in Olive Garden, and I just wasted another couple hours off my clock. But it was definitely needed after staring at Pokemon for the entire past 2 days. So now mentally, I was refreshed, recharged, a little tipsy, and ready to get back to hunting Rufflet, Whimsicott, Dustox. I never got a Wurmple, sadly. And all the while, my collection of fossils grew. And so did my dread because we just passed the 600 mark in about 6 hours. Granted, the Olive Garden detour is part of that, but still, we were flying yesterday. And now this is getting a lot more stressful. I still have a little under 2 days though, so we just need to lock in and I'm sure we'll be fine. I will not be in that Lopunny dress. I evolved my Hondedge into a Doublade. I got a Pancham, Tangela, Skorupi, my boy! That I'd shoved a face full of candy until it became a Drapion. Chatot! Yes! And I spent the next while in the Safari Zone because rarer Pokemon could spawn there, till my partner Salty found something. 394 to go, right? Yes, sir! We're looking for Trapinch right now, Hawaiian. We're looking... What I meant to say is we're TPing to the Salty Prince because his luck is just superior to mine. But I bought him dinner, so it's okay. I deserve this Trapinch. Literally, one of my favorite Pokemon is Flygon. And hold on, they did my boy dirty by not giving him a Mega Evolution. I thought they were gonna do it for ZA, but they like, the thing's leaked and he's not on there. He's not on the list of Mega Evos, and I'm pissed. Sorry, just needed to let that one out. Why you gotta do my Flygon like that? He's my boy, he's my homie. There was a Mantine in the GTS, so that's mine now. Sorry, I've been watching too much Deep Pocket Monster. Shoutouts, Patrick. I also got Mantike, the baby form. Here's a Skitty that's now a Delcatty, and I tried to evolve Riolu, but I needed a Metal Coat and Friendship. You're supposed to level up friendship points with your Pokemon by like battling with them and taking them out to the park and sharing lunch with them and generally just bonding with them. But there's 21 Pokemon that do that, so that noise. Eat the berries! These berries raise friendship, and I can only assume that's because they are addictive substances, and that's perfect. Also, now that we're in the 600s, it's time for a new evolution, an Espeon, who was also force-fed berries. And that means it's time for another pack of prismatic evolutions. Or what's turning out to be traumatic delusions, but let's keep at it. We got another Hollow Energy. It's always a good sign. Hippopotas, Houndour. We go slow. Really take this all in. Spritzy, Slowpoke, like me. Buddy Poffin, a bug catching set. Pyroar, don't even have that card yet. Oh shit, Pokeball Eevee. That's actually worth a damn. Hollow Finsdipity. And an Octal. Pokeball Eevee's nice. We have 350 more left, and the night's still young. I evolved Sunkern to Sunflora, a Scyther to Scizor. I got sniped out on the GTS by Meanie Poo Poo Pants. That is their name. Look. No! Someone sniped the Virizion from me! Evolved Electabuzz to Electivire with an Electrizer, and as night fell, the server went into a trading and selling frenzy. I don't know if I hit the right day or something, but as the player base peaked on the server, everyone was trading, and you know I had to capitalize on that. This was like a blessing. Feebas, Sirfetch'd, Iron Hands. Side note, what the f is an Iron Hands? I was blessed by another Plume Fossil, Shroodle. Okay, I gotta draw the line. Shroodle? I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Got me that Clam Pearl, so now I don't have to get Clam Pearls. Clam Pearl! Clam Pearl! Clam Pearl! Clam Pearl! And that was a huge jump for us, getting us to 641 Pokemon. Another server restart later, and I found a Talonflame. Also, Chars, our goat from before, gave me a flag in the shape of a beer. And I thought, what a great idea. We're gonna be here a while. Strap in, let's have a couple drinks. If I was gonna be in here for the long haul, we might as well enjoy it. So I poured a couple adult juices, and we got back to work. Other people were indulging as well, including this guy, Gargantuan, who after finding a Glameow and playing me in a coin flip for a Galaxy box, we were taken to his hidden stash of Pokemon. All the rare ones that could spawn on the Flower Plat, which turns out he owned. And since they were all in boats, I was allowed to just pick and choose whichever ones I want. And I mean, it was a gold mine. Vesperquin, finally, because I found 3 male Combies at this point. So screw it. Just skip into the Vesperquin, and it didn't stop there. Rimbombi, Spiritomb, Togepi, Chingling, Golett, Farfetch'd, Ardino, a gold mine. Seriously, huge shout outs to Gargantuan here. It was a great time hanging out with you. Also, Lacey was at the back of the base the entire time trying to build an auto farm of some sort. I told you the drinks were flowing. We were all stupid. But it was hilarious because this happened.
Mostly because it's not a lag machine, considering I turned it off. I broke it, and
What'd you break?
What
Nothing.
is going on over here?
This was supposed to be an automatic sugarcane farm. Not sugarcane. Automatic sugar Pomia farm.
There you go.
But it's not working.
And so you're covering it up so it just looks like it's part of the cloud?
Yep.
All right.
I broke it and covered it up, and now it looks like a cloud, and everything's okay. Everything's fine.
Holy Tropius, Roselia, Igglybuff, Pincherin, Mudkip! Let's go! I don't have a Mudkip! Oh my god, Pink Swampert coming my way. A quick time check, and we have a little over 42 hours left. It's been 6 hours, and we've got 50 to 60 mons. Look, I knew it was going to slow down, but this is starting to get dicey. I need to lock in. So I headed to the Safari Zone to try to stumble into some more Pokemon. I was able to buy a Ferroseed, because I've never had one before, and I found a Minefu. Malamar was not doing well, and despite the catching of mons coming to a crawl, we kept trucking for the next few hours to get mons like Basculegion, Carbink, Heatmore, Rhydon, another Cypher, because apparently it's split Evos into Cleaver now. Wait, hold up, that thing's sick! Munchlax ate a healthy amount of berries to be a Snorlax, which is appropriate. Side note, I was cucked out of this Cherish Ball. Scalybait! Woo! Look at those eyelashes! I got sniped out of the Cherish Ball. Really? Really? We're fighting over Cherish Balls now? And speeding up a bit, we have crossed to the 700 mark, which means it's time for Sylveon, Salty's favorite Pokemon. And now, since we hit the 700 milestone, it is time for the final evolution. I think you already can learn, Baby Doll Eyes. You've got it learned. You're not an Eevee. It's got a fairy type move. Evolve. Evolve. It's also friendship. There. Sylveon. The final evolution. Marking the point of no return with this project. Hello, Sylveon. It's a hollow fighting. Aromatisse. Noibat. Black Belt's training. Dusclops. Screamtail, which I still need. Jasmine's Secret Art. Regigigas. Reverse Hollow Bug Catching Set. Woo! Full art illustration rare? Question mark? Kieran. Oh! We got a Leafeon! Like one for our fucking box or binder. Woo! Woo! Hits! Actual prismatic hits! We got 200 Pokemon off our text document list, but I haven't updated in a while, and when I did, it was starting to get much more reasonable to look at. It still took a lot of time, but once reorganized, I could actually start hunting individual mons on the list, like Tynamo. I didn't know this at the time, but I had made a grave error hunting Tynamo. A grave mistake that the entire server would pay for dearly. Tynamo deserves its own section of this video by itself. This thing is the worst. And before I can explain why, we gotta first head deep underground. And apparently this Garchomp is special, so I have that now, I guess. But that's not enough. I need to go deeper, like Y level -45 deeper. And it has to be in an underwater lake. That's how you find Tynamo. Easy, right? Those things happen all the time in Minecraft. Wrong. This server runs with a mod called Terralith. And for some reason, water and underground just aren't a thing unless you find lush caves, which are not only rare, they are small and tiny. Only then, if these conditions are met, can you get 1 or 2 pixels of a Tynamo's ability to spawn in a block of water, a 16 by 16 block of water. And then you have to fish, and it's an ultra rare catch. Since you're underground with everything else, you can also get other rares, commons, ultra rares even, meaning if you even get an ultra rare spot that a 1x1 pixel Tynamo can happen, you have to beat out the 1 to 4% odds of that ultra rare spawn being a Tynamo. I was beside myself with these odds. So I contracted the whole server for 1 galaxy box for for anyone that can fish up this electric minnow. And the server was ready for it. I had over 30 people looking for this damn fish. Veterans of the server claiming they saw it once in a blue moon. Others claiming it's never existed at all. But all we could do was fish and try. But it wasn't looking good. We fished for literally 2 to 3 hours. It was like 2.5 or something. I still have over 200 mons to find. Tynamo is just sitting here taking up all the time. People were offering its evolved form Electros, but that's not gonna help me. I still need the baby minnow. It seemed like this voltage fish was so elusive that the server had never even witnessed one. There were some people that claimed they had, but their claims held no water when we couldn't find it in the water. People didn't even have it in their decks as like something looked at before. After hours of looking and hours of clock bleeding, I knew I had to pivot. We were going to lose the challenge if I just tried looking for this fish. So I left everybody else to hunt with the bounty of this galaxy box, and I went to go find the rest of the Pokemon on the list. Good thing I did too, because right after RTPing...
How many times did the timer froze? Jesus Christ, it's a shiny Lickitung!
Huh? Fuck yeah.
What? Ah, bro! Screw it, screw it. I don't even fucking care. It's yellow like a Tynamo too. You know what? Let's catch this guy. Let's catch this, my new best friend. My new best friend. Welcome to the team. Hold on, real quick. How do you rename? There we go. Welcome to the team, Tynamo.
Not ready to get.
No one's found Tynamo at this point, and we'd been Pokemon hunting for 13 straight hours. I was starting to get delirious, but before day 2 wrapped up, I was determined to get to the 800 Pokemon milestone by any means possible. Because after sleep, I'm only going to have about 1 day left, and that clock was not getting any slower. Time was running out, but I snagged a Nimble. I don't even know what that is. I bought Litten, and that counts towards 3 more mods because she's a starter. My cries for more dex entries were answered with Aaron, Glimmet, and then I trained a Meditite to a Meganium, I evolved the Schedule 1 cat, and one of the admins popped online. With no other option at this point, I shot my shot and begged for Tynamo.
So apparently Yanma's spawn should be getting a Tynamo in a min. No way, really? They're gonna give me a Dynamo. Oh my god, you guys are saints. That was 2 hours of our life. 2 hours. Fuck it, Yama got added to the GTS. You think I'm gonna just say no? Your party was full. Dynamo was added to your PC. We should add a custom skin where it's wearing shell hats. As it's impossible to ever get. Look at him. Look at this dumb mother. Fuck you!
And they did it! And once I caught it, everyone wanted to TP to me to scan it in their decks because no one had found one on this server. If you needed more proof that Tynamo was genuinely impossible to catch, that should do. This is allowed, and I better not hear any bitching in the comments about this challenge. So by the blessing of the gods, this run can continue.
Is everybody happy that has scanned this Tynamo? You are here for a mythical moment. Anybody that gets on the server now or before this, or like after this or before this, will not have been able to scan this Tynamo. Put this in a museum when I'm done. When I am done, we can, I don't know, name it Eqlipse. Whenever it's a big Electros, I want him framed. How does one scan it? Take out your Pokedex and, I don't know. Oh, hold right click over it. This Pokemon is also never been seen before. Yeah, no one gives a shit about that Rayquaza. This is the guy everyone cares about. Stupid ass derpy electric eel. I love living in my own house where I could scream at 5 a.m. at an electric eel.
I made sure everyone got a lot of scans of each evolution of the Tynamo line, which no one had ever had either, so they scanned it. And finally, Electros. People were grateful for the scans, but I still had about 2 hours left before stream would once again come to a close, and I was only at 755. So I went back to fishing. I was scrambling right now to get every mon I could. I didn't have time to update the list, so I didn't know what I was looking for. Just a ton of question marks. Boldor, Politoed, Drillbur, Iron Boulder somehow.
What is that? Oh, is that Iron Treads? Master Ball? It's okay, it's coming down, watch. Boop. And I got it. It was Iron Boulder! It's new!
Tyrogue, which is gonna be a pain in my flank. To evolve this bitch, I need to EV train him till he has certain stats. I don't have the time for this right now, and I don't care. Boom, Hitmontop, Hitmonlee. I did it. Sandy Shocks, that's kind of a cool one. I caught this guy, and I gave it to Curbstagoon. Keep that name in mind, because they are one of the MVPs of this challenge. For now, we'll call him the Fossil Master. But no time for that, I need a Baltoy! And Baltoy wanted to be the absolute most annoying Pokemon in the world. Baltoy can only be found at a desert temple. Of course! Luckily, a player did live by one, so I TP'd to them and I waited and waited and waited for a Baltoy. And bingo. Except I killed it!
Something's already dying. Got it. It died. It spawned into a block and died.
It's fine. I got another one. It's okay. Whatever. Next up on the list is Sneasel. Haven't I done that already? I guess not. But we did get to 70% of the Dex rewards, and all the shinies I had were useless, so that's great. The server was restarting again, and that was my cue to get off. The last Pokemon that I caught for the day, 60 seconds before the server closed, was a Sneasel. I caught it, and that brought our total to 768. Not 800. Damn it. With little over 24 hours remaining, needless to say, my sleep was not restful. I woke up every hour making sure I didn't sleep through my alarm, because today was gonna be crunch time. In fact, for this final day, I added the timer in the bottom right for you all to see how screwed we are. There's 189 Pokemon left. Day 3 begins. Here we go. Shoutouts to Panda Cool Gamer for tossing me some evolution stones like dust stones and water stones. I had run out. I did stumble upon this cool base that had someone building a sick temple, but none of these are Pokemon and I don't have time for this. The main problems were quickly arising. I have one day to get all of the legendaries. Kind of pushed that to the side for too long, I guess. I still need all the starters, and some of these Pokemon on this ever dwindling list were sure to haunt me. The only question was, which ones would they be? Found a Hawlucha and a Wurmple, finally. And I got 2 because I needed to evolve it into Cascoon and Silcoon respectively. We jumped up 2 more, turning our Frikoko all the way into Skeledirge, but I'm missing the Trico and Fennekin line still. Oh, and the Grookey line. I didn't think I was missing that, but I am. Panda came in clutch again with a Fennekin. In return, they got a shiny Serperior, and now I'm down to literally just needing Grookey and Trico for the starters. Gothorita was gifted to me, but not its child mon, Gothita, so I still need to hunt for that. And the next on our list is Smoochum. I left a pause for that on purpose. This is an ultra rare Pokemon that only spawns in snow, but that's not all. It also has to be in a village in the snow. Fuck you, game. And that's not all. If you do manage to find a snowy village, it only has a 1.39% chance of spawning. Remember when I said that we were gonna have some problems? Here are some problems. With Smoochum's spawn rate being abysmal and its spawn abilities and places being abysmal, we actually assembled the Special Division for Finding Smoochum, or SIDFs for short. Meanwhile, while SIDFs was working, I was able to trade with Charge for a Grookey, Folavic for a Trubbish and Mimikyu, Charge again for a Hatena, Kyle for a Zygarde, and that brings me to our next big problem, the legendaries. I'm gonna jump around a bit here from the stream, but my goal was to trade for legendaries and at least have them in my possession, so the little ball symbol pops up in the Pokedex. Since they're so sought after, I can trade some legends for other legends, as long as I've come across all of them. And to kick me off, something very special was about to happen.
Choose up to 8 if you want. If you think it's too many for content, if you missed. Okay. / night vision. Oh, thank God. I actually have a great way to implement this into content. And Zekrom. So, let me pitch you. For this Dragapult, would you give me a Rayquaza, Latios, Darkrai, Zygarde, Kyogre, Giratina, Regigigas, Zekrom? Look, you're going to a good home. There's just, look, we love you. We just can't afford to keep you. I've looked at you 3 times this entire project, and that's just far too many. There's no other reason other than it just wasn't in the cards. There's literally just, there's no other reason. I love you. I want you to know that, okay? I'm sorry, there's no, go. I hope editor EQ could turn that into something that flows really well, because I could not for the life of me remember the give Pokemon command.
We hit the jackpot, and that's not all. I did trades, coin flips, literally gambling some of these legends away for more legendaries. Sometimes winning, sometimes losing.
This side is heads, just to clarify, this side is heads, this side is tails. One more time, heads, tails, head Sakura, tails Shikr. Here we go. No! Okay, I'm not getting that. Heads, tails, ignore that. That's a heads. That is a heads. And in case you think you were scammed, this is a heads too. They are both double heads. No scamming here, just incredible luck. Sakura, you win.
I bought, I sold, I did everything bar stealing to get all of the legendary Pokemon knocked off my list. Even borrowed some of those that were just too rare or just came out on the server, like Ting Lu. Every single legendary with all of the resources we had. From Celebi to Arceus, it wasn't that bad. I just don't feel the need to focus on them because they weren't very eventful, bar some clips here and there. Surprisingly, the bigger fish were still out there. And one of them, Smoochum. Full-of-It gave me a Trubbish and a Mimikyu, and not long into the penultimate live stream, it was time for another list cleanup. With the list so diminished, I found some mons that I forgot just laying in my PC. This server has a command, by the way, that lets you just check if a Pokemon is in your PC, which is baller and a lifesaver for the end of this. How else would I have found out that I had a Skrelp, which evolved into Dragonage? A Hattrem evolved into a Hatenna, which is just a bigger hat. And most legendaries don't matter, but this Sharkadet is a different story. It needs armor to evolve, not iron or diamond. No, a special held item that can only be found in Bastions. And unfortunately, all of those have been raided because this is a server. So I'll have to figure that out later, which I'm running out of laters. But I'm still looking for Smoochum. While we're searching, though, people were trading more mons in the GTS. Larvitar, Reveroom, Trudel, Brute Bonnet, Fluttermane. Great names. Great names. All right, I said I wouldn't use Fly, so I'm not. This is just a really big jump. Yeah, that's it. I'm in the end just doing really big jumps to find Sigilith. Sigilith only spawns in end cities, so I'm leveling 1 to give more room for this guy to spawn. I actually added a different minimap mod so that I could see if the name ever pops up, meaning the mon has spawned. I can't believe I just thought of that 48 hours in. Damn it. I did manage to get Sigilith after 9 years, and next on our list was Yamask, which can only spawn in desert temples. Smash his keyboard clip here. That's fine! That's fine! I was literally looking at one for a Baltoy earlier. Glad I didn't mark the fuck place, so now I gotta find another one. No, it's good. Yes, wonderful. And it only has a 1% chance to spawn. At this point, that's just the standard for what we have left to find. 1% ultra rare, random structure, or random thing needed, and after Yamask was finally found, was Indeedee. I think it's important to mention that I have a Google Doc that I am cross-referencing for where these things spawn. Indeedee spawns in dark forests, but here's the kicker. It doesn't, or at least it doesn't spawn in this dark forest, or this one. I had Salty on the mission to see if those things actually exist, because it says dark forest, and they don't even show up in the little, like, this Pokemon can be here with a percentage thing. I wasn't convinced, but I was able, after a bit of shopping, to get everything needed for a Swirlix, so that's something. Sweet Treat is an item given to Swirlix, and ta-da, it can now evolve. I got a donation right after to open a pack, and even though it's not Prismatic Evolutions, I wanted to show this off in the video because Surgeon Sparks, baby, that $500 Pikachu is in here. It's in this one. It's literally in this one. Can you believe that? We're gonna throw the whole challenge. I'm not gonna care because $500 worth of a Pikachu is in here. Sizzlepede. This is 500 raw, by the way. PSA 10's like 2,000. Duraludon. Medding Memo. Magneton. Lisa's Appeal. Semi-Seer.
You got Phanpy!
Again.
We got Phanpy too! Lacey can have her card back.
It was my card. Chat, I already had it! Chat! I got 2! See, I have some kind of luck. Sometimes. Back to the challenge, I'm making the Whip Dream to evolve a Slurpuff. And Curbs Dragoon has almost found all the fossils we need, so I'm getting to work on the process of reviving them. There's these chambers that evolve these Pokemon, and it's cool. You just let them sit in the juice, and it comes out in 3 to 5 business days. Perfect. Now I'm hunting for an Axew.
a 3-stage evolution, and even more importantly, a bitch. I still haven't evolved that T-posing Gligar, and I needed a Razor Claw to do so. There weren't any stores that had it, but someone threw it on the GTS. It's worth about 1K, and I don't think that's a lot of money, so I went and I grabbed it, and that was 100K.
How much did you even sell that for? Day chap. I don't know. I bought it.
It was 100K. They fucking scammed me. To ice my burns, I evolved Sneasel into Weavile. KO7 says they have an axe. I thought it was an Axe U. Common misconception. But I did actually trade for an Axe U, and I also knocked off Inkay. I know I said I wasn't showing many legendaries as well, but look at this thing. Creature. Back at the Smoochum unit, it turns out if you place Concrete, they have a better chance of showing up. Yeah, okay, sure. I don't even care anymore. And not long after, I just got traded one. Someone just gave me a Smoochum. The Smoochum unit, the Sith was absolutely completely useless. This video is falling apart. No time to worry about that. Here's a squid on the ground. I repeat, squid, ground. Things were starting to pick up again. I traded for a Yangmo-O, a Stafuful. Our first fossils were finished baking. That made me knock off Ambora, Kabuto, Tortuga, I don't know how to say it, and all of their evolution lines. I was finally down to 2 Ultra Beasts left, and no one on the server had them, so we had to do this the old-fashioned way. Luckily, Ultra Beasts spawn way more commonly than legendaries, and you could even make them spawn if you go and make your own plat. We've been teleporting around plats this entire time, but I decided to make my own for Buzzwole. Not after long, one appeared.
Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, my Master Balls. I left them at home. Yeah, toss me one, I'll give you one back. That was so fast! Streamer luck. God damn it. Okay, there's a lot of people here. Could you all stop throwing out your other ones, please? Thank you. I don't even know which one I'm fighting. Put the other one away, damn it. That's some bullshit. Got him. Buzzwole off the list.
A huge session of legend gambling followed soon after, and I mean, I'll show it off because gambling.
All right. Now, there's an in-game coin flip, or are we coin flipping on my stream? There's an in-game coin flip, or are we coin flipping on stream? Which either you prefer? Because I think it's more intense. You know what? No, I think it's more intense to do this. I'm already recording on this. Let's do this. You want heads? Okay. Yes! Yes! Yeah! I have only ever seen this coin hit tails once in my life. Yes! And that is Lugia added to our Pokedex, baby. Now I gotta do that like 50 more times in 50 different ways. Maybe it was a bug. Maybe it was just, maybe it was a bug.
Yeah.
Cosmog! Hell yeah! See? Gambling never fails.
Cosmog is cute. Yeah,
Yes!
that's what I was seeing.
Oh my God, yes.
And that lovely counter is now finally at 872 Mons. There is less than 100 left. And how the hell is one of them an Oddish? And then Oddish into Blossom. How did I miss that?
Tyrunt, Ammonite,
He's baking. He's baking.
and an Archon. Actually, we already had an Archon. So let me get, it is a Denonosaur. Do you want to see it grow? It is a larger Denonosaur. Stolen. And we got an Amistar. Fossils are beginning. All right, Ammonite, Amistar, done. Now we're just missing Mew and Mewtwo from Gen 1, and we are completely done with Gen 1. 872.
There's a few more Mons left, but genuinely, there's actually only 3 Pokemon that matter. And one of them was Indeedee. The hunt had begun. I did other things while hunting for Indeedee, like trading for Rotom, birthing fossils. Don't like that sentence. Jamie gave me the malicious armor, finally, for Sharkadet. I found a Tadbulb, and I made it a Bellybolt, but still no Indeedee. I started asking around to at least touch all the Iron Future Mons. They're also like legendaries, at least some of them are. So I'm just gonna have them and then give them back because they're really rare and I don't want to take them from people. Just know I got their dex entries. Or more fossils were waking up like Dracozolt, and we're really close to those final few pocket monsters. I wanted to make sure that I got every Mon and wasn't missing anything. The Google Doc and the list I made was helpful, but I know some people will be like, actually, you forgot this Mon, and then the challenge would be null and void, and I can't lose. We know what happens if I lose. So I spent the next 30 minutes of my lack of time looking at any Mons that I could be missing in the actual dex itself. The dex has these little red markings, meaning that they're not implemented into the game yet, and I would cross-reference with the actual Poke Hub list of Pokemon and Google Docs sheet to see if they actually were or not. And once I was done, we even had all the mons from the bottom 25 of the decks, all except Tinglu and Chi-Yu, both things that were just added this weekend. Huh. That's okay. People were willing to trade Tinglu to me, and oh, very funny. That's not a Tinglu. A little later, I did snag a Tinglu, and once my dex was cross-checked, I had 27 names. These Pokemon are what stands in my way from completing the challenge and not having to stream in a Lopunny suit. But let me tell you, the worst was yet to come. They were not about to make it easy for me. I had somehow missed Manectric and Conkeldurr, which knocked me down to 25. The final starter, Chimchar, was traded to me. I thought I had one of those, but apparently not. And it's super cool. This one is special. I mean, just look at it. I was just given this spaceship fucking astronaut-looking Charmander. I can't evolve it though, because if I did, it would lose its sick-ass skin. So I still need Monferno and Infernape, but I soon fixed that. Next up was Gothita. We have the evolved form Gothorita, but not its baby form. It's found in a dark forest, and coincidentally enough, so is that Indeedee. There's that damn name again. I thought I had Wugtrio, which in fact I did. I just checked the footage, here it is, but I'll catch one again, whatever. And if I had run into walls before in this project, I was about to run into one that was painted like a tunnel, all Looney Tunes ass style. This is Poltergeist. We've got one of those. This is the matcha version. They are different. Damn it. It's called Sinistcha, and it also spawns in a dark forest biome. So I'm really getting a 3-for-1. I've got to go to a Dark Oak Plat. They're all ultra rares, and much like Tynamo, most people haven't even seen some of these in the server's lifetime. I you not, we searched forever. I still have 20 other mons that I didn't even think I would be able to get at this rate, because it's not gonna matter if I don't get Indeedee, Sinistcha, and Gothita. Every minute that ticked by made me so stressed. Not only because the punishment of being in a Lopunny suit, but I had spent nearly 2.5 days just to come this close and fail because of an Indeedee or a teacup. The vibes in stream were starting to dip. It seemed like that Lopunny suit was calling my name. I'd been staring at this fucking computer screen for over 10 straight hours at this point, and 2 of them are running around in circles for Indeedee. I couldn't take it anymore. I got up from my desk to go take a breather. I literally hung my head in shame in my bedroom, and I gave up. I knew right then and there that we had no chance. I don't usually lose my videos. I really don't. But I also don't want to completely fake stuff. So I'll just tell you how it is. I'll tell you what happened. I couldn't find Indeedee. No one on the server had ever found Indeedee. We didn't even think it existed. This imp-looking ass Pokemon was going to be the death of me, burning up the rest of the time I needed to finish off the 958 Pokemon. I had no other choice but to sit down and accept my fate.
It is a dark forest during day.
I need Poltergeist, not Poltergeist. I need the macho one. What? Indeedee! Holy shit! It's a fucking substitute! It doesn't even have a fucking texture!
Get it.
Oh my god!
Holy shit.
I walked away! There's so much echo! Holy fuck!
No fucking
What?
shot.
And they say it's scripted. And they say it's scripted. What? Okay. Do you see that skin? That is a substitute skin. It is used as a placeholder when the Pokemon aren't properly implemented yet. Meaning this thing shouldn't even be catchable at all, and we found it? That lit a fire under my ass like you've never seen before. Fuck the timer. I am determined to find these Pokemon. Next up is Sinistcha. I flew around in circles, beaming with hope while searching for the hi Blipbug. Okay then. And finally, it spawned. Just because you're the last thing that I need. I was making a thumbnail and I knew, I was like, as soon as I start making a thumbnail, Lazy's gonna find it. Or Salty's gonna find it. Someone here is gonna get it. Now watch this. Wait, how does Gothorita evolve? Oh, like this.
All right, chat, we have 50 minutes till this stream ends.
It needs to evolve, and the only way to do it is to get a unremarkable teacup, kind of like we did for Poltergeist earlier, but it's a specific, different teacup. There's 3 types of teacups in this game, and we need the unremarkable one. I've never seen it, no one's got it, but I asked around on the server at 4 in the morning, and a player I've never seen this whole event perked up saying they think they might have one. And all I can say is, shout outs to I Bet Donut.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Please tell me this. Please tell me this is the middest teacup you've ever seen. Oh my God, that is such a like average teacup. Oh my God, that is a 3rd grade art project looking teacup. I gotta say, if you're this far in the video and you don't realize that this is a team effort, I need to clarify. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for everyone on the server, including my friends, including viewers alike. You guys are the reason, excuse me, are the reason I am up at 5 in the morning going bonkers over a sentient thing of matcha.
Sponge also lended his Arctofish, so I gave the matcha motherfucker to him to have and to hold. This stream was getting dangerously close to the 12-hour mark. So with the last 40 minutes, I checked my list. There were 3 Pokemon left, and 2 of them were legendaries. I didn't talk about them much because they were literally added when I started, but their names are Shinpao and Chi-Yu. They were added for the launch of the Safari Zone weekend and could spawn in different locations like normal Pokemon. After that, they would be turned into legendaries and can spawn in legendary events like they usually do. And with 40 minutes left till the penultimate stream came to a close, we searched like madmen for the final 2 Pokemon, Shinpao and Chi-Yu. It looked like we were going to wrap up this challenge in record time. Suzuki even located Shinpao like it was nothing. I used my last Master Ball, and that brought us to 955 Pokemon. Oh my God, we can do this. There was 40 minutes left of stream, and we looked around for Chi-Yu. Now, I'm going to have another chance at this because I started midday on Friday, meaning 72 hours would mean I'd have to end midday on Monday. I could get a couple hours of sleep and have maybe 1 or 2 hours to try to find this fish. But maybe we just find it now. Sadly, no. I'm not that lucky. Apparently, according to chat, this fish kills itself by suffocation because of its hitbox. It looks like this, and we looked around everywhere and could not find it. The stream ended, and I went to bed setting alarms because I would have one more chance in the morning to catch this fish. I tossed and turned in my bed, but I couldn't get that goldfish out of my mind. So I got up, poured me a glass of adult juice, and I logged back on. I wasn't live, but I hit the recording button just in case anything else happened, and while having a snack and watching a Ludwig video, this happened.
Oh God. My hands are covered in Takis. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. What? I'm just fucking watching a Ludwig video and eating Takis. Suzuki! You get that back to back. They found Shinpao as well. What happened? Wait, what happened? Wait, legit, what happened? I swapped to King Gambit to, and I didn't even attack. It just died. I was in a battle. It was chill. It's not like we're not like in a wall or anything. What happened? Did it use a move? Should have Master Ball that. I don't have any more Master Balls. I used them all.
That is the exact moment my heart shatters. You can watch the light leave my eyes. Chi-Yu knows Memento. Memento is a Pokemon move that drops all the opponent's stats in return of fainting yourself. I was right there. The victory was in my grasp. All that's left is Goldengo, which I already made a point of it being the final Pokemon. I know how to get it. It's not hard. It was just this fish. And without a Master Ball, I thought I would just false swipe it and it would be fine, and I blew it. I stopped the recording. I got up out my chair. And that's where our story should end. I left to my kitchen, and this time moped into a glass of failure. Sleep wasn't gonna happen. That damn fish was haunting me, lurking behind every corner. I couldn't get what just happened out of my mind. The clock running out the last 8 hours or so, I didn't have any sleep. My fate staring back at me from the bottom of this glass. Defeated, and with a little charisma boost from the adult juice, I hopped back on to hope and pray a goldfish would give me one more chance. We'd only found one in the entire 72 hours. There was no shot. I knew it. I was desperate. There was nothing we could do. And then an admin joined. So, there's this goofy little mon.
Lol.
I've found it once before, and it used fucking memento. Its name is Chiyu. I wanted to catch it in a moonball, but no. Now I've brought a master ball. There wouldn't be any way one goofy little guy could spawn around us in a catchable place, would there? I'll huff paint. All right, come on. I've been through hell and back with this challenge. I think I get to take that. I hope you all don't think this counts as me breaking the rules. In fact, leave a comment down below if you think this damn fish makes or breaks this run. I'd love to hear your opinion. For me, though, that's the final nail in the coffin. The rest was a victory lap. I was finally able to get some sleep after buying all the relic coins that I could to prepare for tomorrow's final live stream. Big shout outs to Stewie for handing me the last 2 legendaries we need, and in return, enjoy your shiny Pokemon. And we were down to the final Pokemon. Number 1000 in the Pokedex, Goldengo. Gimmighoul is the pre-evo of it, and it's a very interesting Pokemon. It evolves by having 1,000 relic coins put inside of it, and I was damn near close. I could have literally just asked around for the last coins, but we had some hours to kill, so I hunted them with everyone on the server for fun. It was so much fun. There was way more people than there should be on this tiny Minecraft platform, all hunting these tiny greedy bugs. And I think it really encapsulates the entire challenge. Even Alicio came on and gave me a Bowser-skinned Blastoise and a Dark Bowser-skinned Blastoise to give out to the viewers and contributors of this massive event. Also, yes, I did give away every major Pokemon that we got from this challenge afterwards, because this was a team effort. Eventually, it was time. Pokedex number 1000, Goldengo. Give it a sec. Yeah, it needs the golden carrot. Pokemon number 1000. Goldengo. Yeah! My string cheese looking ass bitch! Woo! Goldengo! I don't know how to fucking pronounce it! Woo! Every fucking Cobblemon! 69 hours. Yes, dude. It's all over. We did it. We did it. And just like that, with 2 hours to spare, we have completed the Dex-filling, Pokemon card hunting, prismatic heartbreaking, Olive Garden adventuring, Dynamo game-breaking, and DD not existing, and goldfish killing challenge to get all of the Cobblemon currently in the game and all Cobblemon this lovely server PokeHub has added. This was so much fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you came out to the live event, double thank you for supporting. But I can't take this as a win though, because I didn't win this. We did. Every single person you saw trade, hunt, sell, gamble, and otherwise add to our quest of collecting every Pokemon in this dex deserves just as much credit as I, if not more. I loved this challenge because I really got to interact with the community. I got to laugh with them, see amazing builds, shops, mons. I was scammed, bullied, helped beyond belief, everything. This challenge is a group accomplishment, and that's why before the clock struck 0, I made a server-wide announcement to take the best screenshot ever. With Goldengo in the front signifying our success, we took the picture. And if you liked this video and want to see more community collaborative stuff in the future, let me know by dropping a like and a comment. Also, if you stayed long enough to hear this, thank you. This video was much longer than I anticipated, but I wouldn't have it any other way. This was so much fun, and everyone deserves all the coverage they got, and I didn't want to cut any corners. Thank you all. And before I go, thank you to PokeHub for sponsoring this video. Thank you to everyone on the Patreon. You guys really go the extra mile, and it shows. If you want to see more live streams and more projects like this, let me know in the comments below. My name has been Eqlipse, EQ for short, and thank you for watching.